Sup, my dudes, Valk here, and today we're going to be going over the new UR plus Hitsugaya. I have him on Frozen Heart team. We're going to be going over that. First, I want to go over his unit as well. I think it's like Ichiro or Uchiro or something like that. Let me see. Okay, so it's Ichiro, that's right. So Hitsugaya, he seems pretty interesting. This is my modifiers on him I have right now. He leads Frozen Heart, but really he doesn't, because I'm going to be real, you're probably going to be using Esdeath over him. He has Frost Break, which is the same passive Esdeath has, very broken. I haven't used him yet at all because, once again, I use Esdeath. But I imagine that this is going to be a cone. I don't think they're going to put down another full AoE Frost Break. That sounds kind of silly. So let's go ahead, let's get into it. He has, for categories, Frozen Heart, Reaper Sword, Master Draconic Force, Spirit Warrior, Master Technique, Honor and Integrity, and Hero. And we're going to be testing him out today on the Frozen Heart team. I'm just kind of seeing what he can do and seeing how much damage he can do, basically. So let's go ahead. Training field, normal, create, quick start. Everybody always asks, by the way, whenever I'm doing this, Valk, how do you get 3 times speed? How do you get 5 times speed? 5 times speed is exclusive to the training field. You cannot get 5 times speed anywhere else. But for 3 times speed, you guys have to get VIP. I know they don't say it, but yeah. That's how you get 3 times speed, is you buy VIP with Robux, and then you can get your 3 times speed, and you can do that anywhere. 3 times speed is really nice to have. But that's basically that whole thing, because I get asked that a bunch, and I know there's a ton of new players to the game, so hopefully that helps you guys out. So let's go ahead. Let's first see the animations. Let me make sure that I have the game looking nice and pretty for you guys, and then let's look at the animations and see what they're looking at, or what they're looking like. Okay, so he starts off as a lion with Frostbreak. Let's see what they look like. All right. Oh, I like the little sound. That's pretty funny. All right, so next, AoE. Okay, I'm eating my words right now. He just turns into full AoE. That's really good. Does he stay full AoE? Okay, then he turns into Circle. All right. I didn't see. I'm pretty sure he's Frostbreak the entire way. I think this is it, right? Okay, so he goes to Circle. All right. So that's interesting. On the full AoE, let me see. Let's see. Ground, ground, ground. Okay, so he stays ground. He becomes hybrid on Circle. Okay. That's actually good to know. That's actually really, really good to know. Place limit is 3, I believe. So we're going to go ahead and put 3 down. And we're going to max him out and kind of just see what he can do. Let's go ahead and turn this off. I don't want to get absolutely eye blasted by all the animations we're going to see here in a second. I just want to see exactly how much damage they can kind of pump out. So we're going to put down a Blue Rose Knight. Put 3 down for the freezes. And kind of just see how much damage Toshiro can actually push out with everything going. Put down an All Might. All Might down. Go ahead, put All Might to stop. And then we're going to put down an Oshi. Oshi, Idle Buff activate, auto ability. Max her out. Now let's go ahead and ramp up the speed. I kind of want to start with, like, I think they'll be able to handle 100 mil pretty handedly. So I want to kind of see exactly how well they handle that. Let's see how much attack. Yeah, 854k on Frostbreak is pretty nice. So I feel like they'll be able to handle 100 million enemy pretty handedly. So let's go ahead and let's see. 100 million. Let's spawn it in. I was about to say, where's the attacks? Alright, so you guys can see they're chunking the hell out of it. With 3 Hitsugayas, basically freeze is non-existent. They're just kind of knocking the stuffing out of the thing. Yeah, I figured as much. So, where did all the damage come from? 28 mil on you, so I can tell whose freeze 2 is actually proccing, and 23 mil on you, so you kept actually proccing the Frostbreak. So what's this kind of let you... So, him versus Esdeath. There's no reason to not run Esdeath instead. But for Frostbreak, because it's such an incredibly strong passive, what you can do is set up multiple points with Hitsugayas throughout the map. That way you can spread out your Frostbreaks, because you still want to apply freeze. So you would want to have like multiple freeze units. Let's go ahead. Let's put her down and see if we can... I haven't done my showcase on her yet, but I'm going to. It's going to be literally the next video after this one. I just want to see if we could actually ramp it up if we have more opportunities to freeze, because there's so many Frostbreak characters with 3 of them. We could end up being 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I just want to see how much they are able to chunk out a 1 billion HP enemy. It's going to be curious. No reason to really pay attention until he's gotten through everything. But you do, whenever you're running Frostbreak units, you want to have a lot of freeze units. That way you can actually stall them and take full advantage of the knockback and all the debuffs that actually get applied. You guys can see the amount of debuffs applied. The slow, everything. So to really take advantage of that, you really want to have a lot of freeze units. That way you can take full advantage of all of it. So they did about 230 million. That's respectable. That's a good number. You guys can see 40 million, 50 million, 20 million. Yeah, freeze 2 is no joke. That's a crazy passive. 30, 70 million, and 70 million. No, wait, 30 million, and did I not click it? Okay, so 46 million on the last one. There we go. So basically, it's a good alternative to Esdeath, but like I said, you don't want to. One of the reasons Esdeath excels so well is because Esdeath is a place limit of 1, right? Like you can see, place limit of 3, place limit of 1. So you have a lot of, and not to mention the giant. I do mean giant AOE. Like look at this. The absolute massive AOE is Esdeath is no joke either, along with the massive attack stat, but. Basically, the fact she's a place limit of 1 allows you to run a bunch of freeze 2 units to constantly proc freeze 2 because of how powerful that debuff is. So that's kind of like a downside to Hitsugaya, is the fact that there's a 3 placement, making it much harder to actually do it. But the plus side is the fact that I could like take these Hitsugayas and like place them all over the map, so it ends up being kind of like checkpoints. So you can constantly proc the freeze 2, and you have to, at that point, you'd have to move Oshi around and run like Flower Magician to buff the range on Oshi to try to like reach everything. But on mats where that's good, I can see that being a good positive. Having multiple freeze breaks or frost breaks could be good, but yeah, I don't know. I think it could be more of a detriment than a help, but its damage is pretty decent. It is a nice damage. It is nice to have that frost break that we hit. That way you have that knockback, that slow, all that stuff. Other than that, thank you guys all for watching as always. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about Hitsugaya. Do you guys think UR plus Hitsugaya is really good? Do you think you should have multiple frost breaks on a single team? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.